welcome to Storyboard. I'm Shibani Gharat. McDonald's has launched the Chicken Big Mac in India, and the brand has also roped in former Indian cricket team captain Virendra Sehwag for the launch. To tell us more about this and McDonald's plans for the year, key QSR trends, we are catching up with Arvind R.P, Senior Director Marketing and Communications at McDonald's India, West and South. Listen in. Arvind, welcome to CNBC-TV18.
Thank you, Shibani, for having me.
So first, let's begin the conversation with the big launch, bringing in Big Mac to India. What made you launch the Big Mac in the country approximately 27 years after launching McDonald's in India?
Absolutely. So this is definitely, like you said, one of the biggest launches for us in quite some time. The iconic Chicken Big Mac coming to India. But to explain the context, let me go back to our strategy that we have been following over the past few years. And this strategy has given us a lot of dividends, especially in the last few quarters. And this revolves around three growth pillars: burger, chicken, and coffee. When you say McDonald's, consumers, of course, associate ourselves with burgers, right? Burgers is the core of the brand.
Yeah.
But the two new growth pillars are chicken and coffee. And that's where Chicken Big Mac comes in from this perspective. Like you know, the Big Mac has an iconic status worldwide, has got a big fan following.
Correct.
It's been quite some time since we launched our Maharaja Mac also. And like you know, Maharaja Mac has been conceptualized for the Indian consumers.
Yeah.
And from a global perspective, it's one of its kind,
Yeah.
where the Big Mac has been conceptualized for a local market.
Yeah.
And Maharaja Mac has its own great fan following.
Correct.
But we thought it's time to revitalize the Mac platform, give consumers and the fans new news, something that's global, and because of its unique and secret sauce and gherkins, there is a kind of flavor to the product, which we are very sure consumers will love.
So that's a global flavor, but McDonald's in India has been known for localizing. So are you going to localize the Big Mac in the coming days? Also, we have like a local ambassador on board and a campaign with Virendra Sehwag that
Absolutely,
you launched.
absolutely. So thought behind Chicken Big Mac campaign was the burger is so iconic that even big icons pale in comparison when it comes to the Chicken Big Mac. And when we were working with our creative partner DDB on the ideation behind this campaign, there was no better fit than Virendra Sehwag. Such a quirky personality, such a witty personality, such a great fit to the brand.
Recently, in fact, Westlife Food World announced that they plan to add 250 to 300 stores in the next 5 years and an investment of about 1,400 crore rupees in the next 5 years. So this will all go in, expansion, of course, and reimagining the stores, the McDonald's stores.
Absolutely.
So if you can share with us, how are you exactly doing that?
Sure. While there are a lot of menu innovations in the past, and there will be a lot of menu innovations in the future, and the menu innovations will be across burger, chicken, and coffee, it's equally important that the consumer experience is also upgraded over time. And in this context, we want to be ahead of the consumer and not just follow the trend. And that's where our whole real estate strategy or development strategy comes into play. One part is about adding new stores, like you said, over 300 stores over the next 5 years, and that's a pretty big. It almost doubles our retail footprint, right? And that enables us to go into newer geographies. While we are very strong in markets like Mumbai, Pune, there are newer emerging markets like Kolhapur, Indore, Coimbatore, right? Calicut. So how can, and especially post-COVID, one of the examples that we give is, as the unlock happened after COVID, we saw a lot of consumers flocking to our drive-thrus in smaller towns. They were the first ones to recover. And since then, the smaller towns have really grown probably faster than the bigger towns.
Yeah, so the focus is on smaller towns for McDonald's in the coming years.
Absolutely, smaller towns, south of India, and that's where we want to expand our retail footprint and be market leaders in those geographies. The other part of the investment is upgrading the store experience, right? We have what we call as the experience of the future, where consumers can come in, use our store ordering kiosks to place their own order, customize their own order in digital kiosks. The order gets delivered to the table, and this is a pretty big deal for the Indian consumer, and that's something we also want to invest in. Also invest in increasing the number of McCafes. Like I said, coffee is a third pillar of growth. We have got about 270 McCafes today. We want to make sure 100% of our stores have McCafe. And that's another thing that's loved by consumers. So this is where the investments are all going.
And what does your outlook for the year, for the current year, 2023, which we've just set foot into, look like? Considering the world is going through so much when it comes to geopolitical and macroeconomic factors, and of course the big question of the inflationary headwinds, how is it impacting your plans?
Sure, you are right. There's talk of softening of demand. Inflation is here, right? And inflation has been very tricky over the past few quarters. We have also taken price increases judiciously. But I think we are very confident to kind of tide over these challenges. From our growth pillar perspective, between a burger, chicken, and a coffee, we have enough number of menu innovations. We are very confident of our store expansion plan, and we are sure of kind of ensuring that the growth trajectory remains what it is.
But have you witnessed, if you can take a seat and share with us, have you witnessed, let's say, a decline in people coming to stores as compared to, let's say, in the months of October or November? Because that's a general trend that QSR has seen over the past, couple of months, that there was a surge. And then post the festive season in November, December, there was a decline of people visiting stores. So have you seen that?
So I would say that definitely from a larger perspective, there's talk of softening demand around festival quarter. We are a listed company, right? And because we are a listed company, and this is the time we are yet to announce results, so I will not be able to share exact numbers. But I think our growth has been strong. Our growth has been strong, and we are very confident that it's because of our strategy and the execution behind the strategy paying off very well. And we have always been giving differentiated results in the last few quarters, and I'm confident that goes for this quarter too.
Yeah. Overall, if you can share with us, how has the QSR marketing evolved in the country over the past couple of years, especially given, the last 2 tumultuous years of the pandemic?
Right. So I think from a McDonald's perspective, there are a few ways marketing hasn't changed, right? Marketing is all about winning hearts, right? Forging those emotional connections with consumers, creating memories. From a McDonald's perspective, that's a big imperative, right? When you talk about McDonald's to consumers, they remember their birthday parties, their first promotion, celebration, right? The first job, celebrating a treat for their parents. So it's all about building memories. And that has been an imperative across decades, right? And that remains an imperative. So a lot of our, what we call as feel-good marketing, goes behind refreshing those memories, creating new memories. So in that sense, I would say McDonald's marketing hasn't changed, right? But it's changed in so many other ways. Today, the brand is an anytime, anywhere brand. So when a consumer, let's say on a weekend, is looking to plan his or her lunch, right? That person might be looking to go out to a mall, or for that matter, picking up ordering online, right? How are we relevant to that situation, right? In an omni-channel context. A consumer might be thinking of desserts, right? Might be thinking of a meal, might be thinking, I'm going from Mumbai to Pune. Can I stop at a drive-thru to pick up my order?
Correct.
Right? So marketing has to be far more nimble these days. We have to be relevant for that occasion. And that's a big transformation the brand has done. Many years back, one could have argued that we are predominantly a dine-in brand. But today we are an omni-channel brand, and you'll see from the results how delivery has been propelling our growth, because we are relevant to all consumers for all occasions. Not only that, a few years back we would have been known only for our burgers. Fast forward to today, when we go to South, we have a fried chicken that's doing very well in South, right? And it's one of our key bets to attain leadership in South. McCafe, right? We launched this more than a decade back. It's doing very well. Consumers keep coming back for their favorite coffee. And I would also like to say that McCafe is not just about coffee, right? In the late night, you want to indulge over a shake. There are enough shakes in our portfolio too that consumers like. So in many ways, marketing has changed. For example, we have a very strong CRM program backed by analytics that makes us relevant to every consumer at that point in time. So digital really propels our business today more ways than one compared to, let's say, a decade ago.
Yeah. Tell me, what does it really take to open a new store at a new location? What are the challenges there?
I think given our 25 years plus of experience, our real estate strategy is fairly matured, and a lot of data analytics go into this decision making. Today we have a variety of stores, mall stores, high street stores, highway stores like you mentioned. So a lot of understanding first goes into what goes into a store location and what makes it successful. And we have over 330 stores today. And there's a fair degree of understanding as to what drives a certain location and what makes it work. And that is what we kind of put forward into location planning. Also, then there's a question of geography and the kind of city. Very, very strong in a Mumbai and a Pune. But there's a huge opportunities in small cities in the south of India. So we kind of apply this model to those geographies, find out the right locations. For example, drive-through is a big differentiator for the brand, right?
Yeah.
We are the highest drive-throughs in India, and across the world, we are known for our drive-throughs. And that's something that we really want to double down on. So a lot of this is analytical led. We have a very strong team that drives this.
But what are the challenges that you face then?
Well, I think as a brand, because we are a leader brand, and we have a very unique real estate strategy of long-term partnership with, the real estate owners. I would say we have a very favorable advantage,
Yeah.
right? And we kind of ensure that we have a fantastic partnership with real estate partners. So I would say, rather than challenges, it's more of opportunities out there. How we cherry pick those opportunities to make sure, from an economics perspective, long-term economics perspective, it plays out right. I think that's the whole decision making.
So burgers, coffees and chicken is how a consumer is consuming McDonald's. But what are the general industry trends? What are the QSR trends that McDonald's as a brand is witnessing or noticing?
Sure. I think one thing for sure, and it's true for the past few years, cheese is a very big theme in the industry, in the food industry. And thanks to many brands, cheese has got democratized. And vegetarians or non-vegetarians, they have a common love, right, for cheese. And a few years, in fact, a year and a half back, we launched McCheese to leverage this trend. Now, it's a very unique burger, unique patty. It's filled with cheese inside, and consumers are loving it. So definitely, I would say cheese is one of the big trends out there. The other big trend for some time has been spicy chicken. I think that's a gap in the market. While fried chicken has always been there, especially in the south of India, people prefer their chicken spicy. And out of a lot of consumer insight, we kind of conceptualized our fried chicken, which is spicy from outside to inside, right? Till the last bite, it's spicy and juicy, which is how many consumers love their chicken.
And finally, before we go, what are the key things and what are the strategies that will define McDonald's marketing in the coming months, in this year to come?
You'll see a lot of doubling down on brand building. We are strong believers on brand building because brands build long-term businesses. And you will see us work a lot of, for example, we have new inclusivity platform like Eatquel, right, that shows our commitment to the disabled. We also have mainstream marketing like the Chicken Big Mac campaign with Virendra Sehwag. So you will see a lot of effort behind brand building. In South, we already have a celebrity endorsement from Rashmika Mandana, who is a very famous star. And then the second, I would say, imperative would be doubling down on digital. And for us, digital is through the funnel marketing. Be it using, for example, platforms like YouTube at the top of the funnel for brand building, or doing performance marketing, right? Or for the matter, using data and digital tools like CRM, marketing technology. So you will see us doubling down on digital because India is such a complex country. For example, we have mixed spicy paneer and we have mixed spicy chicken, right? The consumers of Hyderabad love their chicken, right? So with digital, I'm able to market mixed spicy chicken to the Hyderabad consumers and mixed spicy paneer to consumers
A
in
more
Ahmedabad,
targeted approach.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm able to do those kind of campaigns with digital, and you will see us really doubling down on that.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us and sharing these insights with us.
Thanks a lot, Shivani.
It is time for a short break. On the other side, we have John Cooling, Senior Vice President Entertainment at Dolby, whom we caught up with at CES Las Vegas, speaking about key trends in music and also his key takeaways from this year's CES. The Consumer Electronics Show closed last weekend with some major announcements in the world of tech, from LG to Lenovo, AMD to BMW. Samsung to Canon kept us busy with their innovative launches and futuristic prototypes. I was on ground covering the launches and getting hands-on with the new tech. Many prominent takeaways for the advertising business emerged out of this year's CES. One of them is that immersive content is the future. During the event, for example, Canon and director M. Night Shyamalan took center stage to enable unique experiences for the attendees. These experiences were enabled by and featured Canon tech, including its free Viewpoint video system, Emreal mixed reality headset, Kokomo VR software and remote collaboration tool AMLOS. Like, for example, I actually connected with an actor from the Philadelphia set of Shyamalan's to-be-released film Knock at the Cabin to investigate the aftermath of events from the movie, and I did give her some solutions. Another fantastic engagement by a brand was by Dolby at Dolby Live in Vegas. Now, Dolby has been promoting Atmos, initially launched in 2012. For movie theaters as an immersive sound format for music. But at CES, Grammy-winning band Imagine Dragons rocked the tech event with a live private concert in Dolby Atmos at Dolby Live. Now, Dolby Live at Park MGM, which was formerly known as Park Theatre, is a 5,200-seated theatre that was equipped with Atmos after Dolby took over the venue in 2012. This was in fact Imagine Dragons' first performance incorporating Atmos, as they performed hits such as Demons and Radioactive to an energized home crowd. To tell us more about this, key trends around CES and takeaways for the brand, we caught up with John Cooling, Senior Vice President Entertainment at Dolby.
sun hasn't died, but deep in my bones, I'm waking up. Enough.
When we work with creatives, musicians, and artists, one of the things they told us is while they love making records in Dolby Atmos, they want to bring a live experience to their fans as well. And so we worked with the venue here to create the first Dolby Atmos experience inside a live concert. And so Imagine Dragons will be performing tonight in a one-off concert to show really not just our guests, but also guests of their charity, just what that experience can be.
Dolby has been present here on ground at CES for many years. How is this one different from any of the previous experiences that Dolby has had over here?
Well, of course, it's the first back for a couple of years. So we're all finding our feet again here in Las Vegas and getting to know each other again and meeting some old friends. For us, I think what's different is we can show such a range of experiences that are in real products, in real life. And we have so many of our partners all over the show showing how those experiences come to life in their products as well. And that's just wonderful for us.
Great. And in terms of entertainment technology and overall music and immersive music experience, what are some of the key trends that you're seeing over here?
Well, we're excited by just the growth in music itself, how artists from different genres are embracing the technology and coming up with ways of expressing themselves in this new way. So whether it's EDM music or country music or reggaeton or hip hop or classical music, each of those different genres is just doing more and more and more. And that's just really exciting for us.
And 2 years of pandemic has also resulted into consumers interacting with music a lot more in their personal space, on their personal platforms. So how is that shaping your business decisions?
Well, absolutely. We see consumers really love entertainment and they listen to a lot of music, actually a lot of podcasting as well. And so we're involved in that also to help bring the experience there. Where I think it shapes our decisions is we go, I think, where consumers enjoy entertainment the most. That's where we feel we can make the biggest difference. So that's where we focus our energies.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing your insights with us today.
It's wonderful to be here. Thank you.
With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all of our content on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Thanks for watching. We will be back same time next week. See you soon.